The following podcast is an enticing media production.
Where the Nell have you been? Join us for conversation about life, business, and everything in between. Welcome to What the Nell, where we've got stories to tell. Here's your host, Nell Tice.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another brand new episode of the What the Nell podcast, the Ecopreneur's Edge edition. Mikey, welcome back.
Thank you so much, Nell, for having me on season 2. I can't believe we made it all the way here. And, we've already had some awesome times here in season 2, and we're looking forward to creating even more. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about the ever exciting topic of eco-friendly daily life hacks. And I know you and I are pretty much experts in practicing daily how to be more sustainable. So I'm really excited to talk about this.
I am really excited to talk about this too. It took me over a decade to finally build all the habits and the routines and do the research and figure out how to translate eco-friendly sustainability into my life and how to translate business sustainability into my multiple award-winning businesses. But here I am, hopefully showing everybody, a good eco-friendly, sustainable entrepreneurial role model here in central Pennsylvania and beyond. So, where should we start today now?
Oh my gosh. I mean, honestly, starting simply, I think, is a really good option. And we can do anything. Literally anything, making one small decision to start your journey. Because I appreciate what you said about taking a decade. It's taken pretty much 20 years for me to figure out what works and some hacks and things like that. I've been working on this for a long time, and it doesn't happen overnight. So this is a disclaimer. Don't take what we're saying here today and just do everything all in one shot. Build up those habits and develop those and work towards your goals of being totally sustainable. So what's a good life hack that you have to start us off with?
So I sometimes, you just keep it simple.
Yeah.
Eco-friends. And one of my favorite life hacks when I got into, young adulthood, I was in school, I was starting in my education and then in my careers.
Mm-hmm.
I am fueled by caffeine and hope. So
I resonate.
So one of my best life hacks is to find, your at-home coffee, tea of choice.
Mm-hmm.
And, I know that we've talked about labeling and greenwashing. And so find all the labels that make your heart sing: fair trade, Rainforest Alliance certified,
Yep.
USDA organic, globally, or whatever that coffee, tea, matcha, looks like for you. And then I was like, okay, we need to be mindful of our physical health, our mental health, all the other areas on the wheel of life that we coach to. And whatever coffee or tea or caffeinated beverage that is, drink it black.
Mm-hmm.
Put away the artificial sweeteners, put away the sugar, even if it's organic, put away, the coffee creamers and all that. Just drink it black, feel how it affects your body, and then use it to fuel that hope as you're a caffeinated entrepreneur. So that's one of the easiest ones I can think of.
It's easy, but it's also super relevant, because how many people are out there getting their daily Starbucks latte, and not only are you wasting a ton of money, it's detrimental to your health. I mean, who knows? If you think you're being as healthy as you think you are, what are they sneaking into the beverages that you're consuming daily? So I think that's really important. And when you say drink it black, first of all, I do love black coffee. However, if the coffee's not that good, or I screw it up or something, then I can't do it. Which means that I'll put raw milk in my coffee. Now that takes us down a whole other road, because some people see that as so controversial, but I use raw milk from local farms to put in my coffee. But I don't use sugar, any of that. And also use your mugs. Don't, I know people buy the Dixie cups yes, and that's a beautiful mug. Why would you, if you're watching the video, it's a beautiful tropical paradise, Puerto Rican mug that is sustainable because you're reusing it every single day. So don't use the paper cups that you got to throw away all the time, even though they say they're eco-friendly and compostable. If you don't use them, you don't have to do any of that.
And I always love going with that one because there are many super easy life hacks that we can share, but I love going with that one because it's like a great setup to my day.
Yeah.
If I can wake up and already feel good about the choice that I'm making. Oh, and then when it comes to like, the sugar, artificial sweeteners, like those can cloud our minds, but they're also clouding our bodies. And like there are a lot of good, fun, life hack organic treats I want to eat throughout the day. So if I'm already utilizing those macronutrients or calories, if you will, for, some beverage that has 700 grams of sugar, it's like, well, now I don't have room in my day for all the other things that are going to fuel my body so I can make better choices, so I can have a less cloudy mind, so that I can be better for my children, so that I can be better at work, so I can switch to LED lighting in my home, which is my second daily life hack. If I'm already starting my day, I'm reinforcing that positive accomplishment loop.
Yes, yeah. It's also inspiring you to keep going throughout the day too, which sometimes, we all need a little bit of that. I can't tell you that I wake up perfectly every day and think, oh, I'm going to be the most resilient, eco-friendly person there is on the planet. That doesn't happen every single day. So we need that inspiration, motivation to keep us going too.
So what's your favorite life hack there, Nell?
Ooh, all right. I love being put on the spot. So one of my life hacks is buying in bulk. So Costco, we all love a good big brand warehouse, right? So Costco, in my opinion, is if you're gonna choose one, choose Costco. They have some really high quality products. I know what it takes to get into Costco. So just being from that realm, I've seen the 80-page document that it takes. And be mindful of the brands. They also offer a lot of organics and they do support small businesses. So that's really important. But if you do buy in bulk, let's say you have a large family, buy those items in bulk, you're cutting down on the waste and the packaging that you're buying at the grocery store and like single-use packets and things like that. Use glass containers to store your bulk products in. That will help reduce waste in your daily life. So that's a big hack for me.
Oh, and there's so many off of that. Take your reusable grocery bags.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Like travel in a hybrid or electric vehicle. It's funny because I love having this conversation with somebody because I don't know where their brain goes. Like, I don't know what you need hacked. I can probably hack into it. I just don't know what you need. So it's like once I start down a rabbit hole, it's like, okay, well, we can be mindful about, what did we do when we woke up to go to Costco? Like, did we drink our black coffee with no sugar and fair trade? And when we were sleeping, did we put our energy efficient thermostat to a proper temperature to reduce energy consumption overnight? And then what did we do before bed last night? Did we use our, healthy natural toothpaste while we were brushing our teeth with our bamboo toothbrush? So it's like, I can hack into whatever you need to. I just need to know where we're going.
Yes, no, I love that too. And it's also, I love being able to learn some hacks that maybe I never even thought of from other people, because like we mentioned, this is a journey we're on. We're not at the destination. There's always something more that we could be doing for sure. So what is your next life hack?
I think I have to go and I continue to come back. So please get bored with me saying it. We all love the eco-friendly saying, reduce, reuse, recycle. We put reduce first because it is our first line of defense when it comes to not only making the planet a better, safer, healthier place, but also in leaning out our businesses. So
Yes.
many people will go and like, yes, buying in bulk is good, but do you need it in the first place?
Yeah, that's a good thought. That's a really good thought.
Do you need that for your business? Do you need
Hmm.
that for your home? Do you need that for your children? A lot of the times, the answer is no.
Hmm.
And it's
Yeah.
hard to accept that. We hate sacrifice. We just want it all the
It's
time
so
now.
uncomfortable.
But if we can reduce,
Hmm.
then we can reuse our glass containers for our bulk items,
Hmm.
and then we don't have to recycle, which we already know is such a blown out of proportion, not effective thing today. In the
Yeah.
future,
Yeah.
maybe we'll have great artificial intelligence models and robots that make recycling 110% effective. But
Hmm.
recycling is not effective to the point where it's more important than reusing
Hmm.
or firstly reducing.
Yeah, I do absolutely agree with that. Deciding on whether or not you need it first is something super, super important and relevant. And it's really hard because, and I know personally, I've gone to other people's houses and they're in these big McMansions and things like that. And I come home thinking, oh gosh, I live in this small, very energy efficient house. I was very proud. A number of years ago on our electric bill, it said that we were the 15th most um, what is the word I'm looking for? Conservative, energy conservative house in our county, which was awesome. And I wanted to frame that, but then my husband told me it was very inappropriate to frame your electric bill. So, anyway, but deciding if you really truly need something is so important. So, thank you for bringing that
I'm
up.
gonna have a talk with your husband because I am all here for framing your energy bill.
Thank you. Turn that up if he's listening, Kenneth.
Lead by example. But and when it comes to like life hacking, there are small hacks that we can do every day, and then I have been embarrassed probably for no reason because my little energy efficient ceramic heater kicks on, and I
Hmm.
normally my microphone doesn't pick it up, but it just in the back of my mind I'm like, oh my gosh, the podcast is going to be nothing but the little heater blowing in the background. Like, how inappropriate of you, Mikey. But on a large life hack, I am so proud to broadcast from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania with renewable energy every time I get
Hmm.
on, a podcast, a webinar, a Zoom, a meeting, whatever, because the lights in the background. If you're watching on YouTube, which make sure you're watching on YouTube and leave comments because we love them. But like the lights that I have, I never go to bed feeling like I did a disservice to the environment, which is my first E. I'm Mikey with two E's. The first is the environment.
Yeah.
You can listen to all that in season one. But I never go to bed, upset at myself because I am doing the things that I talk about. I'm putting my
Yeah.
money where my mouth is, and we'll have to, we'll have to frame both of our energy bills
I like that
now,
idea. I like it a lot. You know what? I'm F it, I'm doing
because
it.
normally, something that we may or may not be talking about. More or have already talked about, depending on where these episodes get dropped, is like uh, energy is something that we need, and it's something that we need to talk about more. And like with my solar panels that I invested heavily in, my energy bill is typically very affordable. My
Hmm.
rates are locked in, so I don't have up and down depending
Right.
on PPL,
Hmm.
rates or suppliers or anything like that. But instead of my energy bill, I should frame the check that PPL sends me every year.
Oh, that's a mic drop
The Mikey
moment.
drop.
Mikey drop
Yeah.
moment.
So,
Yes.
we can each frame our awesome advancements to the energy grid.
Well,
No.
we might have to rethink this, Mikey, because, if this company really wanted to be super efficient, they would go paperless.
Yeah, well, that's actually something that I had in my notes. I was like, are we going to get there? But yes, going paperless. However, there's a caveat for that.
Yeah.
Paper is made from what now?
Trees.
Trees supply our
Oxygen.
So to breathe, we need trees. What
Yes.
people don't realize in our eco-friendly quest to digitize everything is that as print media became less and less, the good companies who were our stewards of the forests because they needed business sustainability because they were good ecopreneurs, they would cut down trees, make their paper, sell it to the print media companies, and then they would go plant more trees.
Yeah.
So now that they're not selling paper,
Yeah.
they're cutting down trees, but they
Yeah.
have no incentive to replant them.
Right.
So digitizing, while it seems great, is actually straining the energy grid and getting less trees planted.
We need more trees.
Isn't that the craziest thing? Like when I learned that, I was like, that's a Mikey drop of its own.
It sure
I
is.
was like, buy more newspapers. Life hack number one.
Yes. Oh my gosh. There's a life hack for this stuff wherever you look. One of my life hacks would be say no to your neighbor if your neighbor asks you to cut down trees. So we have lots of trees on our property, and our neighbor finds one very inconvenient for him. And he offered us a discount and said, I can get that tree cut down for you. I said, no, sir, we need that tree. And I also like to cut some branches down from it for holiday decorations because it's a spruce tree.
See, look. Literally everywhere we look, we can find a life hack.
Yes, there's something always to do. But kind of getting back on track, not really off track, but one of my biggest life hacks, honestly, is buying vintage and previously owned clothing. So not many people do this. Some people find it really disgusting, and I don't. I am a huge proponent of even online spaces like Poshmark. I've heard a couple of things about ThreadUp. I've only ever utilized them once or twice, but going to vintage stores, I absolutely love doing that. Not only will you find high quality pieces, but they're high quality pieces that you're saving from going into a landfill. And, that's really important because the apparel industry is one of the biggest polluters in the world.
Fast fashion, Primark, H&M, Uniqlo,
Target.
Temu.
Oh, Shein. Don't even get me started.
Yeah, and I am proud because these companies, especially H&M sticks out. They have really made leaps and bounds when it comes to their business sustainability. Not their eco-friendly practices in H&M. So I'm very proud that they're recognizing and doing something, holding themselves accountable for
Yes.
the ecological impacts that they're creating. But concerning fashion, it is better to shop vintage, shop secondhand, or upcycle things that you already have. Like
Yes.
you can take two pieces of clothing, like a pair of denim that's fallen apart and a pair of denim that's falling apart, and take the one pair of denim and like there's YouTube videos, life hack for everyone that I always forget to mention, use dark mode on your devices because
Yep.
it uses on average 30% less battery, so you have to charge your devices less, and
It's also better for your eyes.
it is better for your eyes, so it's better all around. So use dark mode, go to YouTube, figure out how do I sew a patch on a pair of jeans,
I
and
just
there
did
you
that.
go. So
I
and
did.
then concerning fashion, another like daily life hack is like I love looking and feeling good. Some of that does come from the apparel I wear. When I wear apparel, I always try to invest in something. Like I still have clothing that I was wearing in middle school and like early high school. So like even back when I didn't necessarily know like how to invest in clothing and statement pieces, like I have one, very nice coat that I'll wear,
Sure.
and I've had it for seasons.
Yes.
So I will invest in those. That way, like, it's literally been 2 decades that I haven't had to go shopping for certain pieces in my wardrobe.
Right. Yeah. No, that's really important. I love
And then
that.
when it is time, for it to move on to a new home, I can donate that somewhere where it's
Mhm.
going to be utilized, local unhoused charity,
Yeah.
or Goodwill or Salvation Army, or whatever's available to you.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a huge one. I feel very passionate about that, and it's it one of my biggest flexes, or if they still call it flexing, is going to an event and someone saying, "Oh my gosh, your blazer is amazing. You must have paid an arm and a leg for that," and you can just be like, "Yep, that's designer." And here I got it, from Poshmark or something like that. But those pieces do last forever. And there are a lot of people out there that quite honestly don't even know what they have and they're just tired of it and they get rid of it. And you can benefit from that. And I certainly do.
And just to open one more can of worms, because we love self-awareness, a
Yes.
lot of fashion materials are not biodegradable.
So true.
So when you take your clothing and it's like, oh my gosh, my kids have outgrown all this, I have no one in the neighborhood to hand me down, or I've been wearing this for 10 years, but I don't want to wear it anymore. And you take that, 90% spandex, 5% polyester, 5% organic or non-organic cotton, and you throw it in the trash can, it just sits in the landfill for 300 to 400 years.
Yep. That's so true too. It absolutely is. No, we love a can of worms here and we love to keep opening them. So just, stay tuned for that. But yeah, so one other life hack that I have might be one of the simplest of them all, Mikey. Turn off the light when you leave the damn room.
Okay, Dad.
Right? That's such a dad thing, but it is
Look,
so true.
shout out to all the dads from 1880 to present. Whenever light bulbs became a thing, because don't touch my thermometer and turn the light off when you leave the room.
I mean, it's something so simple that maybe people just don't even think about that can really help. Because if you turn it off once and you make it a habit, you turn it off so many times, that adds up.
And one day AI will automate all of our at-home ecosystem so that it knows when we left the room, and Siri will be watching our every move.
Oh, they're gone. Time to turn the light
And there
off.
will never be another light left on in an unoccupied room forevermore.
The lights are on, but no one's home. That doesn't fit in here, but we're having so much fun. We're delirious.
It was too much fun we just had there, Nell.
So what is another life hack that you have for us, Mikey?
So, how about make your own cleaners?
I love this one.
Baking soda, vinegar, and I don't have the capability. I haven't taken the time to make the capability to invest in an at-home Dawn dish soap production. But between baking soda, Dawn dish soap, and vinegar, you can pretty much take care of anything inside or outside your home.
Everything. It's so true. I mean, people don't even realize little hacks like put peppermint oil in a spray bottle with some water and spray it around the windows and the door frames and things like that to keep spiders out of your house, which is lovely because I don't like spiders, even though I know they're very good for us. Uh, but just simple little things. You can also, if you have any sort of citrus like lemons or oranges, you can take the rinds and you can pop them in your vinegar bottle and make an amazing counter cleaner.
Find a little window in your home and grow a mint plant. And literally you can find mint on the side of the road. You can cut it off, you can put it in a jar of water, and you will have your own sustainable mint plant. Cut those little mint leaves off, take your orange rinds, put it in a pot of water on your stove, and you now have a room freshener.
I love it. It's so easy too, and it really takes no time. And that's the thing. People think a lot of this stuff is very time consuming, and it can be if you make it that way. But yeah.
The same way that we are interested and invested in artificial intelligence, which is basically just giant algorithms working over and over, we can make sustainable habits our daily algorithms that we just like the crock pot, Hopefully the energy efficient crock pot, but we set it and forget it.
Set it and forget it. I love it. So I have one more tip for daily life hack. It would be actually I have two more, but using sustainable products or reusable products. So, just using a dishcloth instead of a paper towel in certain circumstances and sponges and things like that instead of using paper towels all the time to clean up messes. But also these products and other products that you use in your home should be sustainable as well. Buy from small businesses and buy products that are made with recycled products and so forth. So that's a big one for me too.
So I want to add to that by saying try to support businesses locally that have like refillery options.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So like if you know a soap maker who makes their own, dish soap, take your reusable container, rinse it out, pop it in a pot of boiling water, make sure it's sterilized, take it back to them. Or sometimes they have exchange programs where you bring the dirty one, they'll send you home with a clean one.
Yeah.
Refill your products, buy in bulk, do all of that. But then I also want to point out, because we're in season 2, and this is the season of we know where we came from and we know the hopeful, beautiful future we're trying to see. There are case studies saying that in certain instances, as a salon owner, salon towels is the one that comes to my mind, where it is actually more beneficial to water consumption and energy production to heat that hot water, to buy biodegradable single-use towels and throw them out because it's easier for the landfill to digest them than to continue having to throw them in the washing machine.
That makes sense.
And use hot water to sanitize and sterilize them.
Yeah.
So it's like, we don't have an answer for that exactly yet, but that's why we're having these conversations in season 2.
It's true. So I guess maybe the real hack is decide whether or not it's beneficial for your lifestyle and your business as to whether or not you use single-use towels or use reusable towels and things like that. And so in our case here at home, because I don't have any of that to think about. I'm not doing customers' hair. I'm not doing anything that requires multiple uses of those towels. It's literally just cleaning up in the kitchen. Then it makes sense for me to reuse. But if you're doing that constantly, then yes, you need to think about that.
And so that's what we're trying to showcase here at the Ecopreneur's Edge, ways to be sustainable at home, where we think about one set of things, ways to be sustainable in business, where we have to think of another set of things, and just how do we tie it all together and make the future the brightest one possible.
Yeah, I love that. Mikey, do you have any other bonus life hacks for us for the daily things?
So this one is very near and dear to me, but that is like try to figure out, if you're in an urban setting, how to grow an urban garden. If you're in a suburban setting, how can I devote a little, piece of my homestead to growing my own food. And then if you're in an urban area and you're not, or a rural area and you're not growing your own food, I don't know what you're doing.
Why are you even in a rural area?
Why are you even, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with that. And especially here in this region of the country, it's really difficult to grow things past their growing season. But one of my husband and I are working on this winter. We have found a space in our basement that provides wonderful light that our herbs love. So we are working on turning that space into a little herb garden and utilizing what we have naturally available to us to help extend growing seasons. So we do have grow lights. We have lemon trees. We have lime trees. We also have fresh herbs going. We haven't quite figured out the trick to keeping the basil sustainable yet, but I really feel like it's just messing with us and it'll come back one of these days.
I believe that's why the Mediterranean people invented pesto. Because even there, it's hard to grow basil year round.
I think basil is just a
Basil
finicky
does
guy.
not thrive or even survive at anything less than 55 degrees Fahrenheit.
So it needs perfect weather, like the people living in San Diego.
75 and sunny all year round. Otherwise, just make some pesto.
That's the ultimate life hack. There we go. Well, Mikey, this has been a great episode. I hope that people learned from this and we even learned from it. And we'll, of course, vow to keep the conversation going. So, as always, definitely leave us a review. Send us questions, comments, anything like that. It's very easy to get in touch with us. Links are all in the show notes. So, Mikey, thank you again, once again, for joining me here today.
Thank you very much, Nell. If you do want to reach out, I'm Metro Mikey, obviously Metro Mikey with 2 E's, on all platforms. So I'm looking forward to facilitating even more and better conversation in the future. Where can we find you, Nell?
We can find me on all the social media platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, maybe not Twitter so much, but or X, what is it called now? But also you can find me at enticingmedia.com. That's enticingmedia.com for all things media related. So thanks again, everyone, for being here, listening, and viewing. If you are on YouTube, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, we will catch you on the next one.
To learn more about how to tell your story, connect with Nell at enticingmedia.com. That's ENTICEING media.com. Thanks for listening to the What the Nell podcast.